left Emirates 3 years ago after 10 years of service.
For the record, you didn't leave college, you were asked to leave.
Okay, I didn't leave. They let me go in 2020 when all the pandemic exploded.
Well, one of the world's biggest airlines, Emirates, based in Dubai, will suspend all passenger flights from Wednesday.
The potential for up to 50,000 airline layoffs. Pilots, flight attendants, ticket counter, and ramp workers.
And they also let go 7,000 other people with a 20-second phone call. I felt very special. At least I got a call. Some people just got emails saying, thank you, bye.
Thank you, next bitch.
And even though I've been doing pretty cool things ever since I left that job as a flight attendant, like starting my own remote business, becoming a digital nomad, and traveling non-stop, I decided I needed not to be bitter enough to do a video so I could shower you all with my knowledge. I also decided it would be therapeutic to laugh at the shit show I put myself through for 10 years because I'm finally doing great.
I'm fine. Totally fine. I don't know why it's coming out all loud and squeaky, because really, I'm fine.
I decided to look into some Glassdoor and Indeed reviews, the most recent ones, and hopefully I'll be able to answer the question that we all want to know. Is the experience of working for Emirates still worth it? Okay, let's dive in. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Veronica. And in this channel, we talk all things digital nomad life, remote work, mindset. We do a few travel vlogs. So I think I was kind of refraining from doing this video because I was worried about what people would think, what my ex-colleagues would think, what my ex-friends who are still or used to be crew would think. And then I realized that people are gonna criticize anyway, so might as well just do it, right? So I did the makeup that I used to do for every flight. I didn't put the red lipstick because I just couldn't get myself to do it. It could be part of the therapy, so stick till the end to see if I dare to put it on.
Who the fuck cares?
Anyways, so before we go into the first review, I know that you're probably wondering why, if I'm doing travel content and digital nomad content, what is a video about my ex-employer Emirates have anything to do with what I'm doing right now?
No.
Well, see, Emirates is where it all began for me. And I felt that even if the way that I was let go wasn't really cool and some of the experiences I had weren't really great, it did shape me. It did teach me what I wanted and what I did not want in an employer. And it also gave me a bunch of really cool experiences and stories to tell the grandchildren one day. And Emirates is also part of what pushed me to, start my own business and not wanting to work for an employer ever again if I can help it. Let's look at the first review. 4 stars. An amazing experience to travel the world when you are young and fit. Great experience and great place to work when you are young and fit. You get to see amazing places and work with great people. That is very true. You do get to go to really cool layovers. Emirates does have, well, at the moment when I work there, over 120 destinations. About half of those are turnarounds, so you're not gonna get to see those places, but you can always jump on a flight on your days off if you get any and see those places then. Pros: travel benefits, housing, salaries, hotels, discounts, transportations. Yes to all of these. Cons: physically demanding, constant fatigue, overworked, missing a sense of purpose at work. Oh my God. No job security. Yeah, I living proof, no job security. Physically demanding. I mean, I think that comes with the territory. If you're going to be cabin crew, you gotta know that you're going to be tired all the time. Jet lag is a thing that will actually happen to you. And you're going to be picking up a bunch of vomit bags. People are just gonna hand them to you. Nothing you can do about it. But yeah, so some things do come with the territory. So if you're planning on applying, keep that in mind. Make friends with fatigue. Make friends with the vomit bags. You'll be fine. Okay, next review. 5 stars, great job when young. I feel like a lot of these, I'm only on the second one, but I feel like all of these are mentioning the young factor. And actually, I agree, because when I was 22 and I had just joined, I remember partying until 3 in the morning and then going home, not drinking, of course, because you couldn't drink before your flights, changing and going to a 12-hour Sydney flight on no sleep. How did I put my body through that? So yes, it is good when you're young, especially if you want to enjoy it, because you don't get tired as much. So when you have all of those like back to back turnarounds, you won't be as tired because your body is young and beautiful. So you'll be fine. I feel like I'm saying you'll be fine a lot, like you'll be okay. But in reality, I don't know if you'll be okay. So brilliant place to work when young. You get to see the world and live in Dubai, which is amazing. Great salaries, paid for accommodation, transport to work. Yes, those accommodations, though, it's worth to say that are in the middle of nowhere. So if you're thinking that you're going to be living in a high sky-rise building, I used to live in one of those, so it used to be possible. Now I think there's only, I'm not even sure if there are any left in downtown Dubai, to be honest with you. I don't think that they have those accommodations left anymore. I think the accommodations they have are all like literally in compounds in the middle of the desert, which kind of sucks.
And this apartment could be a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom apartment. Emirates provides you are semi-furnished. Once you arrive, you will see a couch, a dining table, gas, fridge, washing machine, and you will have your own room.
Learn how to drive. That's the advice. The best advice I can give you. Get your license as soon as you get there. Don't be like me. Another one. Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
This one is like so sad, the title. Flying is not forever. But yes, I agree. I don't know if you know this, but there's like a maximum age till which you can be cabin crew, and that is 50 years old. As soon as you get 50 or close to 50, they don't renew your contract anymore. Not sure they're doing this still. Pretty sure they're doing this still. Flying is not forever. Embark on this wonderful journey for exploration, networking, cultural diversity, lifelong learning, and traveling perks. Sold. This is not a career. It will not sustain you, and there is no union to protect your skill set. Yeah, I mean, there's no union because it's the UAE. There's no unions in the Middle East, I think, or at least not in like the Gulf countries that I know of. So if you decide to go to one of these countries to work, just know that that's what you're signing up for. There are a few things that I'm like, yeah, this wasn't cool or that wasn't cool about the company, but there are other things that I'm like, dude, you made the choice to go there. You know what you're getting yourself to. You know how they live. You know it's different cultures. So make your peace with it. And you do get used to some things. Some other things, yeah, they're not cool. But you can always go back to your country. I mean, I have labor laws in my country, but the jobs that I would get, they would have never been as cool as Emirates was. Pretty decent pay, good benefits, like Emirates Platinum and face cards. Yeah, so the pay is actually really good. You could be making anything between $3,000 and $5,000 per month, depending on your rank, depending on how many hours you fly, depending on benefits as well. If you decide to live outside of accommodations, so depending on all of that, right? But the thing is that you also get a lot of perks. So with these cards that this person is mentioning, you actually get crazy discounts, are really nice restaurants, even at the supermarket. Very toxic environment where you can't trust absolutely anybody from your colleagues. It's true. You do have the people who would want to report others or make them feel uncomfortable for sport. I saw a lot of that during my time there. People with no lives just basically treating others like crap. And I wasn't a fan of that. I always tried to protect the people who I was in charge of. And then you've got the other people who have no choice but to document certain things that happen. If someone makes a mistake, or if someone is being nasty, or it doesn't work, or is harassing one of their colleagues. I've had all of those. I could tell you a million stories. Tell me in the comments if you want to hear any of them. Long working hours, which shouldn't even be legal. Well, dude, it's the airline industry. Pilots would tell you they're tired. Crew would tell you that they're tired. Yes, there are a lot of hours, but in order for it to be profitable for the airline, you got to work those hours. And if you can't handle it or you don't like it, yeah, well, it sucks for you, because that's not really gonna change. Sorry, I know it sounds bad, but it's the truth. Like, honestly, I will tell you what I think if something is messed up, but I will also tell you the reality of things that are the way they are, and that's like on most airlines. Nobody cares about your feelings or opinion, and if you dare to say something that doesn't work in this company, you're gonna be terminated.
I'll be back.
From my personal experience, it was the worst company that I have ever worked for. Most of the employees in higher positions have zero communication skills. And then this person goes ahead and talks about management and how, they have zero preparation, and, how you get in trouble after getting sick. This company is definitely backwards in the way they treat their employees and needs many improvements on this. And it's true, it starts all the way from the top. If you're if you have good management, you're gonna have your employees happy.
Well, I manage my department, and I've been doing that for several years now. And God, I've learned a lot of life lessons along the way.
Your department's just you, right?
Yes, Jim, but I am not easy to manage.
And of course, you're gonna have like the black sheep here and there, but most of your employees are gonna be loyal to you, and they're going to do their best. If you're constantly breathing down their necks and you're trying to, find the mistake and tell them they can do better, even though they're super tired from really working hard, and even when they had like a super difficult situation on board, like someone died on board, this actually happened to me, and you still have people telling them like, well, you still need to do better. You still need to show up for work the next day, even if you had you carried a dead person in your arms. Like, when that happened to me, I was like, this is all levels of fucked up. And it was management. It wasn't the people I was directly working with. On the contrary, those guys were amazing. So yes, it does start from the top, and that culture of fear is what contributes to people wanting to leave, or leaving like super resented, like this person obviously is. And I bet they have their reasons to feel this way, and like I was for the past 3 years.
So listen, I really appreciate your hospitality, but I'm gonna work at home. You know where to find me, and I will not be treated like this in my own office. So have a great day, bitch.
Oh my God.
Mother.
Good to save money. This is 5 stars. It's good to save money and to get paid to travel and to see the world. Get to travel to 50 countries. Bad reporting culture. They are always watching for shortfalls. Still 5 stars. So see, this person really focused on the positives. And I think that's a big thing. Like, if you focus on like the good things, you can really have a good time. So keep that in mind if you are deciding to do this job, or if you're doing this job right now and you're watching me. Yeah, try to focus on the positives. That's why I always did, and why I lasted 10 years. And I had a brief moment of 3 years where I couldn't focus on the positives because I was so mad that they let me go in such a way. And then they called me back and I said no. But I had that period, but now I look at the whole experience with love, and it's much better. So bravo to this person. And let's do one more. Minimum rest. That's the title. Minimum rest. 3 stars. Yeah, there's a lot of minimum rest. Minimum rest in Emirates, it's, I think it's 11 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So that means you have to be in base or outstation for 11 hours. That's the minimum you get. And there are a lot of flights that are scheduled, rostered like that back to back, and that's mostly because they don't have enough employees. So again, if you're management and you're hello, might want to think about making the culture a little nicer so people don't go, and you have more people that want to work for you, and you have quality people, which is the most important thing. Let me say it again, quality. Thank you very much. The company always tried to show us if they were very compassionate, but at the end of the day, you're just a number. You live alone. You live in a lonely world. Oh my God, this is so sad, but it's so true. It does get lonely. It's hard to get friends. Well, I know it was hard for some people, but I did have my really good group of friends. Reporting culture, again, bad management, and roster packed and fatigue. Yeah, it's tiring, but it is a tiring job, unfortunately. Like, know that before you sign the dotted line, guys. It's freaking tiring, but it's also freaking fun. Great opportunity to travel. Even with my negative thoughts about the company itself, it is a great way to travel and save. But this person gave 2 stars, so hold on. The positivity, I'm sure it ends there. They have massively outdated views on physical appearance. Hopefully, they will learn. The major downside was the job is very tough on you physically. In the end, I resigned for my health. And let me touch on this physical appearance thing because it was huge on Emirates. Okay, so what this person is mentioning about the outdated views on physical appearance, unfortunately, and this is a reality and you can Google it, I know that in our Western countries, we do have laws that protect us from employers commenting on our weight or not hiring us because we look a certain way or we know anything. But it's not the case towards the East. It's not. There are airlines that weigh their cabin crew and all of that. Emirates used to weigh them when I first got there. Honestly, I never been weighed, but they do have really high standards. I have heard stories of people who have been, have gotten in trouble because of weight, and trouble meaning, warnings and eventually fired because of weight management. For me personally, it wasn't a thing. I didn't see it myself, but I have heard so many stories, countless. They are very strict with the way you look, with how you present yourself, how you do your makeup. They even have rules for, if you have a lot of body hair, and how seniors, and I used to be a senior, like how seniors should proceed if a passenger complains that they're uncomfortable with your, arm hair, for example, or if you're a girl. So that is fucked up. I think that you go there with with a certain mentality and a certain freedom, and then you walk into this place where it's kind of like an army with lipstick. You're being told what to do. There's ranks, like there's people getting mad if you don't go through the ranks to report a problem. You could even get in trouble for, when you get to a hotel after a flight and skipping the line to receive, the money allowance that you get. If you go in front of the captain or in front of, your supervisors or whatever, you could get in trouble for that, for making that stupid mistake. To wrap this up, I think that if you're considering on joining or if you're part of it right now, you should focus on the positives, know what you're getting yourself into, know what is part of it, and just kind of save money. Huge advice, save money. Enjoy the good things and try to see how long can you put up with this. But if it's not something that you can put up with and you're going to be miserable like I was the last few years, even though I looked at the positives, but I was like miserable inside, just think about it. Think about doing something different or going to an airline that isn't as strict. My advice would be try it out if you haven't yet and see how you feel. And if just go with, the mindset of a year or so. And if you don't like it, you can just leave. Go with an open mind, knowing that things are this way and, you might be pleasantly surprised. I hope you like this video and let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, talking about my experience as Emirates Cabin Crew. If you want to hear crazy flight attendant stories, and if you were or are a flight attendant yourself, just leave a comment here. I love to connect. I always love to talk to my colleagues and ex-colleagues, and I hope you have a great day. See you next time.